Hey guys, so let's get ready to break down last night's episode of Love Island. I was supposed to be here last night to break it down, but I caught myself working out or doing an extra workout right before Love Island, and it took all of me to make it through Love Island, and I was like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a second. And yeah, and here they rested through the morning, so, but I'm here. But let's go ahead and break it down. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. You get all this morning, everything. It's gonna be better though tonight. So we got 4 girls, 4 guys, and on the brink of elimination, one of each, who the Islanders have to decide. We decided, I guess, who would get them to here. So the bottom for America, who they thought were kind of the weakest. So for the ladies, we have Courtney, we have Naja, we have Kat, we have Maddie. Not surprised at all by any of the girls. And honestly, for different reasons, I could see, you know, any of them going home. Probably the most surprised I'd be is if Courtney went home. And that's still not saying a lot necessarily. But Naja and Kat obviously being new, you know, they haven't kind of formed those relationships quite yet. Now, if the Islanders, I guess, are going to be fair, but even see if they're being fair, though, then it would really, honestly, it would probably have to be Maddie, in a sense, possibly, because we feel like she's had the most opportunity and it just isn't working. Because I really like Maddie, but it just doesn't seem to be clicking. And I'm like, I think Jeff pretty much said something like that. Yeah, it just might not work here in the villa because the guys are having to choose the girl. Then next, Naja, what she has done is something that a lot of people do wrong. And it is a game, so you do have to, you know, it's a fine line because you do want to take chances and then sometimes, but you don't want to ostracize yourself out from other people, which I guess, you know, maybe that's downright wrong. So it's manipulation. It's tough, y'all. But she kind of put Jeff kind of on the back burner and just like, by the time she was crying about another guy to Jeff, and Jeff's whole, like his whole demeanor was just, I don't like seeing sad Jeff or distant Jeff. So it was so nice to see him, you know, like because he looked genuinely surprised that he wasn't in the bottom for the guys. And I was so glad because I just hope that that's a good confidence booster to let them know, like, we like you, America likes you. And I don't even know what it all is, like, but Jeff, I really, really like Jeff. I like, maybe it's the authenticity, the way he just says whatever, but he doesn't seem to be malicious or try to be hurtful. So I like Jeff. So I think that while Naja is so focused on Isaiah, I think even if she would have taken the time just to connect a little bit more with Jeff, I think it's just definitely, I think Jeff has been a missed opportunity for some people. You know, again, whether it's just inside Love Island, you know, those walls, I think, you know, Jeff's seen, he's funny, he's, you know, it's a good vibe. So possible missed opportunity because we don't know who's going home yet. Courtney, unfortunately, I don't know, her relationship's kind of, she's been like one step behind Maddie. But what I will say, like that whole Bryce situation, I don't know the whole situation, but anytime you need somebody else to talk to the person you're with, that is a huge red flag. We need, like, because during the show, she wanted to have a conversation. I guess she felt like he wasn't as affectionate as he was before and all these things, you know, concerning her love language. And she wanted to have a chat with him. But she wanted Zeta to be there because she didn't trust that he would act respectful. Now, those are some harsh words. When we say, you know, he's not going to be respectful, maybe she just, because she did say, or one of his things was rolling his eyes and that. But, you know, those are very strong words. And, yeah. And it's not going to work. If I have to have somebody to talk to you, we've got huge problems. And that was the first time, even though he did try to pull back, like his assertiveness, like you could see, it was coming off a little bit different from the Bryce we've seen. So I don't know. I'm not, I don't see Courtney going home just yet, given, especially Maddie, I feel like has had a little bit more chances and it's gone like kind of nowhere. But she says she misses Andy. And I think she actually is more willing to go home at this point, not just for Andy. I think, you know, she seems to be mature enough to recognize the situation. And then there is, like I said, Naja, I wouldn't be surprised with her either, just because what she's done. Kat, actually, I can't say, I haven't seen a whole lot of Kat's personality just yet. We did see her cry because she feels like she's kind of being forced into something with Chaz, or people want her to kind of, you know, solidify that, and that's just not how she's feeling. She's not necessarily feeling that situation. It doesn't mean that she's not completely open to it, but he's like all in, he says, which I feel like is a little strange given that she just came in. But I do believe, like, you know, however you get in, she has not necessarily had a fair shot. And unlike Naja has kind of solely focused on Isaiah, and whether she is open to other guys, that's not how she's made it seem. Whereas Kat has been vocal, like, you know, I want to explore the island. And so I would not send Kat home. So out of the girls, you know, my picks would be either Maddie or Naja. One of them would have to go home. And I hate to have to do it. I would have to do it to Maddie, probably just because she's had more, you know, she's had more chances. But so the guys, so let's get down to the bottom four with the guys. So we have Bryce, we have Jared, we have Chaz, we have Jesse. I was not surprised by Bryce, Jared, or Chaz, but I was surprised with Jesse. I was, because I didn't know, because I guess the only other guy, because it wouldn't have been Isaiah necessarily, it would have been Timmy. I didn't expect those guys, but I probably would have expected Jeff. Not because I don't like Jeff. I didn't know you like Jeff the way I like Jeff. I didn't know. And he just has a good vibe. But I do like Jesse. I like Jesse too. And y'all, it started off for me. I was not feeling Jesse at all. Y'all can go back to some of my first videos when I just was like, and as time has gone on, and as people come out the villa and they talk about Jesse and just what a nice guy he is, and again, he's a guy's guy. But also people say that him and Deb really work, like, inside. And that's just the vibe that I've been getting these past, maybe about last week or so. There's obviously some stuff that you can always work on or whichever, but they just work, like, their personalities, whatever. And that's what has been consistently said about everybody who has come out the villa and spoken about the different couples. Everyone consistently seems to think that whatever Deb and Jesse have, it's their personalities are perfect for one another. And so, I mean, that's what I see. Like, and I just like Jesse, like the cashews, I need him there. Like, I'm not crushing on Jesse. Nothing. I just like, his energy is just hilarious. And him and Deb together are just, I love them. Like, I really do. So then we get to Bryce, and y'all know, like I said before, I'm not feeling the Bryce energy, whatever that is, like, and maybe Courtney could be overlooking into it. I don't know, but yeah, like, I can't, I gotta be able to talk to you alone, buddy. I don't need to feel like we about to box. I don't feel like, you know, even the attitude of rolling, I don't need you to, because I think it's okay to be upset. It is okay to be upset. It's okay to be stern. But I need you to be able to be that person at all, you know, like, if you're upset, so you can voice it, and you can voice it in a respectful way. But when it's to the point that, like, you can't even show that side in front of people with being respectful, then we got a problem. Or if, you know, you're just completely different when it's just us. Those are red flags, and those red signs in the villa, outside the villa, on the sky, on the moon, wherever. So run. So he can go home. Jared, and he's not the only one to go home, but, you know, like Bryce, I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Jared. He's gorgeous to look at. I told him, I said to my husband, I'm like, look, it's Jesus Christ Superstar. Like, I don't know, like, if they redid Jesus Christ Superstar, he would be like the guy in the play or movie, whichever. But he has a very calming personality, I guess it seems, but it's just, we haven't seen enough, and him and Maddie that's not working, and nobody else has really tried. When Kat and him kissed in one of the challenges, was it Truth or Dare, I believe, it seemed like something could have been there, but we haven't seen anything go further. Now, if Jared can make it to Casa Amor, if we can make it to Casa Amor, then there are some new girls coming in, and maybe we'll get to see a little bit more of him. I would like to perhaps see him get another chance, because Maddie's had chances. Maddie's had multiple chances. So in all fairness to Jared, maybe he needs another chance to pull some more out of him. Then there is Chaz. Chaz. I don't know. Like, I think Chaz played himself in a sense, because I feel like whether this was genuine or not genuine, when he came in, his demeanor was a little bit different, and it could have been, granted, having your sister there was a calmness, you know, but I feel like his just demeanor was different. It was a little softer, a little warmer, and while it sometimes seemed disingenuous, it didn't seem as forced as right now. Obviously, you know, sending Serenity home perhaps with some tension. I don't know. Like, it's just, with Kat, it seems like he's trying to force the issue and kind of like, I'm good. Like, and maybe he really does like her, but it's like it's becoming like cringe, because the more and more she keeps saying she's not interested. And honestly, I don't even know if she's aware, because like my husband is not aware of faces he makes sometimes. But Kat is making a lot of faces when it comes to him, or sometimes even just how she looks. Like, if people are making comments, like when they were, you know, kind of talking about the weakest couples and this and that, like playing the game. Her facial expressions were really just like saying a lot without saying anything at all. And so it's just becoming a little cringe. And so if he is putting his all into this one, because multiple times, like, you know, whereas kind of it keeps coming up, and she is consistently saying that I'm open, I'm not fully vested, that's just not where I am. And she has every right to be. Like, I mean, he just got here, and you were kind of your hand was kind of forced to be with him in a sense, because, you know, like everybody has whatever reason, however you get in. If you're not like the OGs, then you're coming in based off somebody picking you, whether they truly know you or not. And so you try, and if it doesn't work, you should still be given an opportunity. And that's why I said, for me, Kat should stay, because she is open and she has not put all her eggs in one basket and saying, this is what I want. So for that reason, that's why I said, for me, Chaz could go, possibly Bryce. You know, we haven't seen Bryce. Bryce says he's very happy with Courtney, but it's not working. So of the guys, you know, for me, it would either be Chaz or Bryce. Of the ladies, it would be Maddie or Naja. So then let's just get into what America thought right quick before we go. Okay. So they played the game last night, kind of where they were going over who is the hottest couple. So the hottest couple they thought in the villa, which was interesting, was Courtney and Bryce. And maybe, I guess, physically, maybe that's who, you know, everybody thought was the hottest couple. Of course, we as America said Zeta and Timmy. I can't say of course, because like, I don't know. We haven't seen a whole lot of Timmy and Zeta lately. Like, it's been a little just kind of, not that they can all, you know, you got to showcase everybody, but it is what it is. Most boring couple. Some people said in the villa, they said Deb and Jesse, and then Maddie and Jared. Now, Maddie and Jared, I definitely get, but I don't know, y'all. Like, I genuinely, and I think that's what they thought we were going to think, like with Jesse and Deb. Like, and I guess, well, Courtney and Bryce that is what America said. But I don't find Jesse and Deb boring. Like, Deb's big personality and something about Jesse popping back them nuts, they entertain me. And it could be I have a little quirky personality, offbeat, sarcastic sense of humor. So it's little things that get me going. I don't know. The least genuine, it was kind of mixed reviews. So it was some Deb and Jesse, Sydney and Isaiah. But the least genuine, which I was not surprised by, America, that's what inside the villa, they thought Jesse and Deb, or Sydney and Isaiah, which, given Jesse's history, given Isaiah's kind of situations, I could see that, it's, you know, and maybe on some level, I think he's turned a leaf a little bit. Isaiah, you know, he could very well be playing the game. Like I said, I don't know if they're scared of each other. Like, Sydney gives those stares, and, you know, and then once you're getting to feel like, okay, well, I'm comfortable. And then, let's be real, you want to win the game. And so when you've been with somebody for so long, like, it's kind of hard to, you know, if you're thinking, like, well, if I switch and pivot, like, America hasn't invested in these new girls yet. So, like, I'm going to go with the girl who I think that America's investing in. I like her enough. She's cool. And it's some kind of toxic passion that they have. I think they're both very passionate people. But Chaz and Kat was ultimately who America said was the least genuine. And I do think just whatever Chaz is given, it is very, very forced, because there's no way after a day and a half. And I think that is where Kat and him are obviously different. After a day and a half, he's really committed to Kat, and that is all he wants. That's all he sees. And Kat is like, I'm not there. I don't know you. And like, I just want to get to know you and other people. Like, that's it. So of course there. So then the most one-sided couple, of course, again, they said Chaz and Kat, and that was one of who they said. And it is, like, it is. Chaz is very interested. She doesn't seem so. But who America voted ultimately was Deb and Jesse. And I would have gotten that, like, I'm telling you, like a week and a half ago. Now, to not say that Deb may be more vested than Jesse, but I don't know, out of all the couples, I don't know if I would say they're the most one-sided. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because I can't say even Sydney and Isaiah. Well, I guess I could. Because she is next level. Yeah. I don't know. I still probably say Chaz and Kat, because I think it's an obvious, obvious. He's constantly saying he's really into her. I pick her. And she's constantly saying that's not there. So that would still have been my pick. But, you know, America said Deb and Jesse. So now, this is where the kicker was. So at the end of the game, when everybody's like going to kind of get, you know, just kind of break down what they've heard and reflect. So Deb's reflecting, like, what am I missing? America's seeing something. Sydney, same kind of thing. And I am like, Isaiah, are you really going to Timmy for advice? And Timmy's like, you know, well, you know, people see that you're interested in Naja, and, you know, you got to be honest with yourself. And you better not listen to Timmy. And I love Timmy, okay? Timmy, you know, you've been a little toxic, or you I can't say toxic, because I don't like throwing out that word, because that's just a popular word right now. And it's just, so let me not say toxic. But Timmy, you have been kind of, you know, you're in our good graces right now. So you shut up, okay? And you got to be smart, because it still is a game. So Timmy, very well, you're not stupid. You know you from the Bronx, okay? So we peeped you already. So Timmy from the Bronx, okay? Isaiah, don't you be listening to Timmy, because Timmy's trying to mess up your bag, okay? Don't you go talking to somebody, putting yourself at risk and doing all these things, and you miss out on your money. And I'm not saying, because I don't even necessarily, you know, I can't say I have a favorite couple, but Sydney and Isaiah would certainly be up there. I would imagine that they're going to be one of the top 3 couples. So in that, but that's Sydney and Isaiah. Isaiah, boy, don't let Timmy mess up your bag, okay? That's all I'm saying, boy. You better make, you know, use your common sense. But America definitely has got the wheels turning. They have everybody thinking. And I can't wait to see. Like I said, for me, who I have going home is either Maddie or Naja. And of the guys, I have either Bryce or Chaz. But we shall see. Y'all keeping my boy Jeff safe. Let's put all the good energy, good love. We got Casa more about to happen. Jeff, you gonna get you a girl. Maddie, if you stay for some weird way, because Maura kept staying in season 2. She kept making it through somehow. So you could be her. And you might have a guy waiting for you on the other side. So let's see. Y'all let me know who y'all's couples are in the comments. And I will see you guys later tonight. Peace, love, blessings. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.